I'm going to call the meeting to order. This is the Monday, October 14th meeting of Planning and Development. We have a quorum, and I'd like to have a motion with respect to the minutes of the regular meeting of September 23rd.
I move approval of the regular meeting of September 23rd.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Here's Alderman Fisk. We're just getting started, Alderman Fisk. We have item P1, which is ordinance 112. We have only one item. Ordinance 112-013, granting special use for a private educational institution at 622 Davis to the Beacon Academy, a Montessori high school. This is for okay. Second. All right. This is for introduction tonight. Do we have a presentation? Thanks, Steve.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Steve Friedland, attorney at Applegate and Thorne Thompson in Chicago, representing Beacon School, Beacon Academy, I should say. Beacon Academy is a new Montessori high school that will be created here in Evanston, located at 622 Davis. They'll occupy the second to fourth floor of that building. We've got a number of people here from the Academy today to give you a little flavor of what they're planning on doing. I'll introduce the chair of the board, Danielle Levy, and then Danielle can introduce Jeff Bell, who is the headmaster of the school, and you can get a sense of what their program will be.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Danielle Levy. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and as Steve said, I'm chairing the board for Beacon Academy's Board of Directors, and I'm happy to be here tonight and talk to you briefly. On behalf of the board, I just wanted to take a moment and express to you, first of all, our gratitude for your consideration of our special use application, as well as our genuine excitement to be part of the Evanston community and landscape. Our board had long, thoughtful, and very careful consideration of where to locate our inaugural school, and Evanston was the clear choice. That's not only because we'll be drawing students and families from as far as the city of Chicago and many of the surrounding suburbs, but also because Evanston offers the vibrant community of arts and athletics, culture, entrepreneurship, and of course education. We look forward to adding to this community as well as being part of the vibrant landscape. And now I'm going to turn this over to Jeff Bell, who's our head of school. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff Bell. I'm the head of school, and I'm a recent transplant to Evanston from Sewanee, Tennessee. And I have two children and a wife, and we're all very pleased to be here. And I think we are fully supporting the new Trader Joe's out of our own pockets, so we're really pleased that that's there as well. So Beacon Academy hopes to open in the fall of 2014. We received our first application on Friday, and we're hoping to receive many more in the coming months. We will be housing up to 120 students in this space, as Steve said, occupying the second, third, and fourth floor. One of the reasons that we chose this location is because it is a very beautiful space that is largely finished and will require not much design work for us to have a school. Frankly, we could go into the school right now and begin if we wish. We're going to do some things to design to make more sense and more branding for what we're trying to create, but by and large, it's a wonderful space. And Danielle mentioned that we chose Evanston very carefully, largely because of the incredible cultural and educational partners that we've been able to form over the last year or so. Specifically, we're in the midst of forming partnerships with places such as the Piven Theater, the Evanston Arts Center, the Musical Offering, the Evanston Public Library, parts of Northwestern. We're talking also with the YMCA, and I'm also beginning conversations with a number of organizations. And essentially, the philosophy of the school is we'll have an IB program. An IB is a very high-level, rigorous academic program, but additionally, about 20 to 25% of the learning will happen off-site, off campus, in some of these partnerships, as well as in local businesses and local entrepreneurs and things of that sort. And the idea behind that is that we are really trying to create a real-world collegiate environment for our students. And that being said, when our students are off campus, there's an admissions process that they go through to make sure that they're able to handle some of the responsibilities that we'll be asking them to perform. Additionally, when appropriate, they will be closely supervised by our staff, so they're not just running wild all over the city of Evanston. We'll start with 9th and 10th grade students, and we will be a four-year high school by 2017.
I read in the materials that, is it 135 people will be working or will be brought into the downtown as a result of this? Can you just expand on that a little bit?
Sure. So 120 students and then 15 staff will be coming in. And so far we have hired 4 people, and 2 are Evanston residents and 2 are from the city. But the goal is to draw students from really all over the Chicagoland area. One of the reasons that we chose the Davis Street location as well is because of its proximity to the Metro and to the L. And we have interest right now from as far south as Hyde Park, as far north as Lake Forest, and as far west as Naperville, actually. So essentially, we'll be trying to bring all these people together around the space, and hopefully they'll be able to populate some of the local businesses and bring some economic development as well.
Questions? Alderman Rainey?
I don't have a question. I just wanted to clarify something for people who might be listening, wondering about a school going in the downtown, and to say this is a little different than a previous case where an educational institution wanted to come in that was not a special or permitted use in the zoning district. And in this case, in the D2 district, a private educational institution is a special use. We've accommodated educational institutions in the zoning district, just that we want to go the extra mile and, vet you carefully. But it is a special use. It is not, it is an allowable special use. So,
Thank you.
welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good point, Alderman Rainey. Any other questions?
And I would just note to that, we've reviewed the draft ordinance that was prepared in accordance with the ZBA hearing, and there are certain standards certain conditions that were required under the special use, and we're certainly satisfied with that, but I should note on the record that we're okay with the conditions.
Okay, thank you. Seeing no further questions?
I have just
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry, Doris, I missed it.
So the partnerships that you're creating, like with the Y, so that would be like for gym use? Is that what you're?
Potentially, and again, we're still talking, so nothing has been formalized yet, but the goal would be to use it for the gym, but also for the significant amount of service learning opportunities that the YMCA offers as well. We find that the YMCA's mission is closely aligned with our mission, and it's a very potential attractive partnership for us.
Okay.
Alderman Fisk?
Yes, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about how many times you think there will be parents picking up children? And I know you're going to encourage use of public transportation, but it is a very, very busy street downtown. We've made it a little bit narrower with the bike lanes, so traffic's a consideration. Mm-hmm. Could you talk about that and how you're going to address that?
Sure. One thing that we would like to have considered is potentially having, for the drop-off times in the mornings, 1 meter hooded so that people won't be double parking, but will be able to get in and out of that space very quickly. Additionally, given the fact that it's a high school, the public transportation is a possibility. Additionally, we're hoping that parents are able to, trust their children to hop out of their car fairly quickly. If we're having to drag anyone out of their car, then we've got a problem with our high school anyway. And so we're hoping that to be as quick as possible with that. So probably in the mornings. In the afternoons, frankly, given the extracurricular activities that will be happening after school, it'll be more of a trickle out, a much more of a staggered exit rather than a right-on-time exit. Additionally, the school will open earlier in the morning, so depending on when parents are able to drop their students off, it won't be, there'll probably be a rush for a certain amount of time, right around 8:35 or so, but we're also anticipating a number of parents dropping their children off at an earlier time because they'll have work obligations or their kids might want to come to school a little early.
So that would be long before the businesses are open?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have no other lights on. It's been moved and seconded to introduce this. This would then go on to the city council. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We don't have any other items for discussion. No communications. Would someone like to offer a motion to adjourn? All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. We are adjourned. The city council will start in